Hey yo, it's your boy Codehova with Fly Combinator. We're pimping Swift, and we're gonna go back to the guard statement where it's gonna make more sense. This video is gonna be about functions with guard statements. So let's just get some practice on writing a function with parameters and a return value. All right. So again, we're just gonna declare a function by the keyword func. All right. So we're gonna say lowercase name and also return a string. But to make this work with the whole guard statement thing, let's say that we're going to give a string optional. All right. So when we give a value to this function called lowercase, we're going to give it a name, what we hope to be a name, but we could give it a nil. But at the end of the day, we wanted to give a string value back as a return. So let's just get to it. Like I told you, when you're writing guard statements, it's really useful in when you're developing apps themselves. But I think this will illustrate that idea of why it's so important. So we're going to start with guard. Let name equal name. Else, we're going to return the value of Joe Blow. All right. Well, it's going to be lowercase Joe Blow. And then, if we do have the name to be accessed, we'll say lowercase name equals name dot lowercase, and we're going to return that lowercase name. All right. So let's just say we're going to print this out. Print. So the function is called lowercase, and we're going to say DMX. All right. Bam. So if we run this, it's going to come out as a lowercase DMX. So let's see exactly what is happening. All right. So when we're running lowercase, we're giving it the string. It could either be a string or a nil. We're giving it all capital DMX, capital letters of DMX. So we're going to run through this guard statement. Let name equal name only if this is a real string. If it's not, we're going to run the else block, and we're going to return a lowercase string of Joe Blow. But because we did give it a string, this name is going to go down here. It's going to pass this, and there's going to be a constant with the value. There's going to be a constant with the identifier name. So we could use that name down below, as we have here. Because if this was a string, or let's just say that this was let's comment that out. And because this identifier in the parameters is the same as the identifier in the guard. So if we said that name is lowercase, if we hover over, we're going to see that this won't work, because you can't run the lowercase function you can't run the string lowercase function on an optional. All right. So that's why we use the guard. And when we use the guard, we're going to have this lowercase name, which is definitely a string. When you run a lowercase function, string function on a string, it returns back a string, and we're returning that. So we're getting DMX. So let's say what would happen if this were nil, right? We're going to give it a nil value. We're going to get back Joe Blow, because when we gave it a nil, guard let name equal name only if it's an actual string value. If it's nil, run the else block, and that else block is going to return Joe Blow. All right. So that's the beauty of guard statement. It's being able to do what you want only if it is a value, and if it is nothing, we're just gonna have some kind of escape plan saying just do this instead. All right. That one I don't give a fuck. That's your boy Codehova. Let's get it.